There's so little that we can do from inside the school. We need outsiders who can come in and bring a different view of the world out there.
We assist the scholars with academic excellence, with leadership and entrepreneurial mindset. So we also came up with campaigns where we would be helping the grade 12s with transitioning from high school to university, or bring opportunities that they can access beyond matric. Things like learnerships, things like bursaries, as well as high school life versus university life, how to handle a gap year and so on.
The main focus that we have is accelerated leadership and entrepreneurial mindset. And when we mention those two, we're basically saying that we want to eliminate dependency syndrome and entitlement syndrome, which most Black people have, because they are the disadvantaged out of a society.
Basically, my passion right now is to help our growing kids in South Africa, our young Black kids that are disadvantaged. Try and teach them, try and empower them with knowledge of what to expect when they get to university.
As you might know, that the academic performance drops when the scholars get into high school. So we try, as part of trying to bridge that, so what we do is we help the grade 7s prepare them for high school life, things that they might come across: bullyism, peer pressure, drug abuse, substance abuse, sexual intercourse, and all those things. We prepare them for all those things so that when they happen to them, they know exactly how to position themselves. They know exactly how to overcome those obstacles that have potential to make them drop their academic excellence.
Working with the youth, it is quite nice. It's changing their minds. I put myself as an empowerment person. I like to empower people, to remove the I can't mentality, to put in the I can mentality, because everyone can get a better level of education.
Also, we have another campaign that we do for the grade 5s. There's lots of opportunities in South Africa for high school bursaries, but most children that are coming from previously disadvantaged areas, they don't know about such. So we help the grade 5s with how to position themselves with for these opportunities that are upcoming. They should know how to participate in community projects. They should know, as a leader, what should you do to become an accelerated leader, which simply means somebody who's equipping themselves so they might be able to pull others up with them. We help the scholars with understanding who they are and ability to set goals and achieve them, and impacting in their communities, as well as equipping themselves and knowing their strengths, their weaknesses, setting goals and all those things so that they might be able to impact in others' lives. We also have what we call a PIO, which is simply passing it on so that they become those leaders that are accelerated. Whatever that you have learned from the camp, whatever you have learned from the discovery sessions, whatever you have learned from one-on-one, any event that we host with them, we encourage them to find another scholar that is in the lower grade as they are, and then pass on the information that they have learned in a structured way that it makes a difference in one's life. So we have the PIO, that is an obligation for each and every scholar that is in the program.
We say average and struggling and the high-performing kids. So your typical A students with your typical average student, with your typical struggling student. We never say dumb because there's no such a thing. So they feed on each other's energies. The ones that are struggling feed on the high-performing students. And eventually they also want to reach that point as well, which is it's a system that actually works on its own, because sometimes you don't need to even be there, but the person gets encouraged by just seeing another person perform who they are in the program with.
I think through this program they will be able to then, be wiser when they get out of matric and be able to have some tools to empower themselves once they have gone through the program.
Today, this program, into endifundileyo, is that there are a lot of opportunities out there for ultra-adults.
Ulwazi endilufumene namhlanje lundincedile kakhulu, lundincede ngoba ndiyazi into endiyifunayo, ndizazi ukuba yintoni mna endiyithandayo, ndi-passionate about intoni.
If you have not gone through this program, you better make sure that you get hold of this group and invite them to your school to equip your matriculants.
Know who you are, know where you come from, and know where you're going. Then the world will be your oyster. That's what I'm trying to give to these young kids.
In a nutshell, we ensure that their lives are changed and we unleash the potential from them, because sometimes when you discover your passion, you discover who you are and you know your potential.